So yeah, I'm no biologist, I could be corrected here, but generally there are warm water fish like panfish, sunfish, bass. You can catch them in lakes during the summer. Trout have a very specific window of the temperature that's best for them. When they're able to move about, they get enough oxygen. And 60 degrees is about the zone, which we're approaching. It's a little cold. The colder they are, the more likely they are just to hunker down and stay. Sometimes, when the water's warmer, they want to go where it's faster in whitewater, right? So most likely, they will be at the bottom of this, they call riffle to pool. The moving water into a slower pool. They hang out at the pool because they just want to sit there with not fighting against the current. They just want to sit behind a rock and just hang out, and they want the food brought to them. So that's the idea. At the bottom, you can always tell. The stock trout tend to be less, they don't put up much of a fight. Well, John and I go fishing a lot, and we do the bread oven for the pizza run. He helps me a lot. I start the fire around 6. Once the fire's going, then we go out on the river and we go fishing. And last year he caught a 20-inch brown trout, which is a huge fish in this river. Fun part of fly fishing is when the bugs are on the surface and you cast what we call a dry fly, and it lands and you can see it, and you see it come up like an alligator and thrash and take your fly. That's the best part of fly fishing. But 90% of the time they are feeding subsurface, like little larvae and bugs stay right under rocks basically. They're called nymphs. And most of the time they're going to go down and get a nymph and eat that off the ground because they're always available. The rising flies only happen certain times. They call them hatches. When a hatch happens and the fish are eating off the surface, that's the great time. But we'll try the dry fly today.
Oh, we had trout most of the time in the river. The Green River Dam, that was something different, but that was pickerel and pike and perch. But the river itself, most of the time we got trout out of it.
How big were they? Like, what was like?
Oh, good Lord, good Lord! You had a good trout would be 9-10 inches long. They were nice fish, and it was great fishing. Oh, we loved it. And when they, interestingly enough, you could tell when they opened the dams, because your fishing spot would be different. The water was so clear back then that you could actually see the stone in the bottom. You could actually see the bottom of the river. And you could see the fish in some of the areas that were there. And the ones you could see, they'd never bite. I mean, it was quite interesting.
Feel downwind. If I can make a nickel off of turning in bass, never worry about the price of gas. I've been wheeling and dealing and sitting there reeling them in. Hunting, fishing, loving every day. That's the prayer that a country boy prays.